On today's expose, I'm excited because this character, she's pretty new. She's like 5 years old. This is Genesis. She is the wife of Apocalypse. So, as the story goes, there's a lot of words here. There's a lot of hard to pronounce things. But Apocalypse and Genesis ruled over the nation of Okara. But then the demons of Amonth came with their leader Annihilation and attacked them, and they basically split. They're more swallowers. They split Okara into two, Krakoa and Arako, and then Genesis, who is actually stronger than Apocalypse, was able to defeat their leader Annihilation, but then she got cursed with Annihilation. So then she was basically cursed with being the very thing that she just defeated, being the very thing she hated. And then her and Apocalypse got separated for millennia. She was technically the mother of the first four horsemen, and she was alive in the days of Emotep, so she's like thousands of years old. She looks really good for her age.
She looks amazing.
She looks amazing. She has the power to manipulate plants, even to the point where she can like manipulate the microscopic like plant fibers in people and instantly kill them from the inside out. So she's like a really powerful poison ivy or something. It's called chlorokinesis and plant communication. She's a plant whisperer. And of course, advanced longevity since she's been alive so long. And she also is very good in sword combat. Technically, her first appearance was on a Free Comic Book Day 2020 in the X-Men Dark Ages #1, but it was just a drawing of her. She didn't actually make her first appearance until October 2020 in Ten of Swords. I almost said X of Swords. I'm not a comic book fan. I don't know anything. Ten of Swords, Stasis #1. So there's your little history.
Ta-da!
Welcome to Bayville, my new home.
It's time you remember why they call me Storm.
Look at me, I look fat. Do I look that bad to you?
Easy, Fuzzy Elf. Everything is going to be just fine.
Storm. 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 That was tight. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Ta-da! Woo-woo! Welcome to this week's Solving for X. My name is Sean. I'm the ultimate excavationist.
And I'm something of an X fan myself, Kevin.
And I'm your astonishing X-Men stan, Ryan.
And we're so excited to have Nightcrawler extraordinaire align.
Is there a delay? I feel like there's a delay going on.
A little bit.
I think there is. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Well, again, AM Diaz, hi, guten Abend, Nightcrawler cosplayer, X-Men fanatic.
Yay! We're so excited to have you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So, obviously, you love Nightcrawler. What is it about Nightcrawler that does it for you?
Well, aside from just like the striking look of this blue demonic guy who, most accounts to be really scary, he is like the sweetest, most optimistic kind of character. He's like one of the heart and soul members of the team. And despite the fact he should always be feared and hated, he's one of the most beloved guys just because he brings so much optimism to them. And when a team full of Wolverines and Cyclopses, kind of need that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So and sweet. I've talked about it before on the podcast, but I've slowly realized I have a blue people fetish because I really love Nightcrawler and Archangel, and like I count Iceman since he's kind of bluish white. So yeah, that's my fetish, blue people.
I think you just like
the number of times I've heard that at cons before. During one uncanny experience, I had someone come up to me, and first thing he said was, "I want to get blue all over me."
Oh. Okay. Good for you, sir.
Then blow away, blue.
Yeah,
I blew all over.
Wow. So there's other blue peoplers out there. That's wow.
Create a support group.
There you
Yep.
go. There
So-
you go.
I should start the
But do you
blue
like
people
do you like
cult.
green and purple? Do you like green people or purple people too?
Ooh.
I don't know. I can't think of any. Like Dr. Manhattan didn't really do much for me. He's more blue. Who's green? Sauron? Sauron's not hot.
Hulkling? The Incredible Hulk?
Oh, Hulkling. That's a good one. Okay, that's a green person that's
Yeah.
hot. Okay.
Mm.
Totally awesome Hulk. He's what does he go? Braun. Braun
I mean,
is what
I
he goes
honestly
by
think
now.
that She-Hulk
Red
is
people.
hot, but I wouldn't fuck her just because she has the parts that I don't want. But I think she's hot still. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Well, shall we get into our sinister gossip sesh of doom?
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. So we talked about last week Nev Campbell as Polaris, and since then it has been confirmed she is Polaris in X-Men 97, which you kind of predicted, Ryan. Thank you for
You
that.
did.
That made a lot
Yeah.
more sense than the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
guess
did.
I'm
We
the
were all
climber
like,
of the
wait, is
group,
she age
sorry.
appropriate?
Well,
Huh?
not to mention, just like of all the characters, Polaris being the first announced seemed like a weird, first thing for the MCU mutants.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
As soon,
That would be
as,
an odd
soon as it
choice.
was announced, I literally thought, I was like, this could not be. And then, of course, like 12 hours later, I was like, well, if she was the older sister of blah, 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 it could actually make sense. And if they make Havoc, and I'm like, nope, Ryan, stop it, stop it. It's the voice. It has to be the voice. Leave it alone.
It's a voice.
Like-
Yeah, and then I sent you the Bo's post.
Yes,
You're
where like Bo like literally like outed all of them, being like, nope, and she's got some issues on Genosha. Because why? Someone was making a little ice cone on Genosha. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even put that together. That's an obvious one. Okay.
Yeah, you were the one person that realized that was actually Iceman. I had no idea of that. And I was like, no, he's got to be doing something cooler than making ice cones. No.
It is kind of weird that he went from a accountant to an ice cream cone seller.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Undercover.
Undercover.
Undercover in what regard?
I don't
Trying to
know.
get the accounting against.
So
He was wearing clothes. So he was undercover of clothes.
Yes.
I also got a rumor today that somebody who is supposedly in the industry said that Marvel is definitely planning on the Annihilators, which would star Silver Surfer. They don't know if it would be Shia LaBeouf or Norrin Rad, but it would be a team up with at least Star-Lord and also other cosmic characters that we don't get to see as much. How do we feel about the Annihilators? Are we excited?
Yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Blue people.
Who's directing it? That's my question. Yeah.
True. No director yet.
I know they can't get it, but I mean, it would be amazing if they could actually get Sean Gunn to just continue his
Cosmic characters.
Yeah, exactly. Like thought of what the Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be for the cosmic MCU.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to happen anymore because he is solely tied to DC now.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm curious what they might do with this, but with everything else going on with MCU, I'm like, how are you tying this into, the multiverse, the mutant saga, and God knows what else is coming?
Yeah, it would be cool if they could somehow like introduce the Shi'ar and like the X-Men villains in space and tie that in with the Annihilators. That would make it all kind of make sense. But yeah, they've been known in Phase 4 to just try to shoot their load everywhere. They're not focused on their load shooting.
And it's just been one big mess in a lot of ways.
Yep, exactly. Nobody's there to clean it up.
Right in the eye. It burns.
Yeah. That's my nose.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I don't care.
Yeah, you'll take it anywhere. On the shoulder, you're fine with that.
We've
in your
heard.
hair. Yep.
Cameron
Speaking of, so your boys went to Vegas this week, and I thought we'd give a little lowdown on what we did. What were your highlights, boys?
I'll go first. Honestly, the highlight was literally just being with you guys. Just spending time with you guys and just having fun and getting to know you guys even more though too. So honestly, we saw some amazing shows. We had some amazing memories, but I think my favorite memory was actually that first night when we all just had a few drinks and had a fun time and just goofed around the entire time, to be honest.
And watch Rue. We watched Rue.
We watched Rue.
We watched RuPaul's Drag Race, which we will be talking about maybe once a week. Who knows?
Who knows?
What?
Who knows? What? How about you, Kevin?
Yeah, just being a big nerdy ball of energy. Because I get weird. I get weird when I'm with people.
Yeah, you do.
Even weirder than on this podcast. So that's cool. I liked Ka, and I liked, I do not like Netflix Bites. That's a terrible place. Don't go to Netflix Bites if you're in.
Yeah, it really does bite.
What is Netflix Bites? I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah.
It's a restaurant, like pop-up kind of restaurant. It's just a gimmick and terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like all the Netflix shows. Like you can order. The one cool thing they had is you can order like the red light, green light girl from Squid Games. And she's there's a wheel behind her and you spin the wheel and that's the kind of sauce you dip your chicken in. Other than that, they had like a Bridgerton tea set for like $60 something. Like, I'm not going to pay that much for tea. Like, it was just food inspired by the Netflix shows, but they didn't even have like Netflix playing anywhere in the restaurant.
No.
There's not a lot to look at. Like, it was
There's
just kind of like,
yeah.
What am I here for?
So they just slapped the name of different shows on different items, and that was about it.
Yeah,
yeah,
like they had
exactly.
Oh,
they
that's
had a
lazy.
one-piece sushi boat for like $50 or $60 or something. Like it was literally just food items named after the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
left,
did
we watched
that.
Grease 2 and Rescuers.
Yeah, we watched Grease 2. We went to the Disney outlet store. I got my other Pac-Man tattoo finally. We went to the Stratosphere.
Let's see the tattoo.
Did zip lining. No, not right now.
It's on his leg. He has to do
It's on my leg.
Dance.
Yeah.
Fine.
So yeah, it was great just hanging out with you dorks and just dorking out, having fun.
Amen to that.
Yep. All right. Previously on, what would an Iceman Wolverine combo be called? So, AM, give us your thoughts. Would it be an Ice Claw, an Ice Rink Special, an Ice and Slide, or a Bottle Blow?
Okay, I'm kind of tempted by the Bottle Blow just because I'm.
See?
We all remember
was
X2.
good.
We
It
all
was good.
we remember X2. That was the most homoerotic scene in any superhero movie so far.
Yep. In front of the.
But I do feel like Ice Claw would be the safe version that they'd allow on Disney.
Right. Ice Claw. And
You got it, ma'am.
Friend of the pod, Hammy, wrote in with Ice and Slice, which is actually really good. I really like Ice and Slice.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm upset
like
that we didn't think about that one, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're one letter apart. Put a D instead of a C.
You're always so eager to put a D in everything.
The D.
So
That's our
Bottle
Kevin.
Blow,
No.
Yep.
You made it sound like a bad
got the
thing.
lowest. It got 9%.
I know.
Ice and Slide got 14%. Ice Rink Special, which was my favorite, got 20%. Ice Claw got 57%. So people like the stupid Ice Claw one.
I just feel like that's the safest
I
one they
came up
could
with
have gone
Ice
for.
Claw.
I know.
I think people are just uncultured.
No, Ice Claw's a good one. I'm just bitter because Ice
It
Ring
is.
Special didn't win. All right, let's get into our episode. So this is under lock and key. This premiered November 30th, 2002. You know what's really weird? Real quick, we're going to talk about this next week again, but so this one aired November 30th, 2002. The next episode, which is still season 3, doesn't come out until September 2003. There's almost a year between them, and the last 3 episodes in season 3 air with season 4. So I don't know why they apparently made these last 3 episodes season 3 if they aired later. Kevin's checking to make sure I'm correct. This was according to IMDb, though.
I
Well,
told
IMDb,
you
I don't know
that
about IMDb. I feel like they're wrong a lot too. Let me see.
also the way
Okay.
that they were aired, it was really weird, especially in the Chicagoland area, Chicagoland area. Like the way that, like, I don't remember seeing any of this, the second half of this season, or like season 4 at all. So, like, I don't know where they aired it, when they aired it, but it wasn't on Sundays at the time that I was watching. So,
Huh.
Let's see.
Okay.
I'm gonna find
Well,
it. I'm gonna
Kevin's
find
looking-
it for real.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember
While you're
what
looking
was
that up,
the airing time.
yeah. It was written by Sean Roche and directed by Frank Parr.
All right. So this is November 30th, 2002. This episode. The next episode is August 23rd, 2003.
See?
So yeah, I don't know what happened, but then that's weird. It was still aired before season 4, beginning of season 4, but it aired with season 4. I wonder
Yeah.
if there was some
Like
kind
back to
of
back.
I wonder
Yeah,
if there was
they
any
had a break.
issues with the Kids WB that it was airing on during that time. There were just had to be cut off.
There wasn't any writer
Yeah.
strikes or anything going on at that time, were there?
You know what it could have been?
No.
Was that around the time the WB was bought by the CW? Because that's around the time Buffy season 5 would have been airing, right?
Yeah, but that was
Or is
actually, that was brought to after season 4. It was brought to UPN.
Then I don't
Kids
know.
WB television show, which featured television. It was canceled on May 27th, 2008, according to Wikipedia. It was originally aired on Kids WB Network 1995 to 2006 and moved to the
What?
CW. So it sounds like what you're stating is correct.
2008. That's too late. That's too. It didn't
Or
last.
sorry,
that long, did it?
2006.
But
From
this-
two-
Wait, that's still.
From
season 4
2005 to 2006.
But
oh,
the.
because season 4 ended in 2003. So that's.
I'm just saying, like, Kids WB shows canceled.
Maybe
That's
they were
what I googled.
reruns or something. Maybe they were. I don't know.
The Fire program
Okay.
was then sold to
Let's.
E4 Kids Network, which launched on CW Kids. I don't know.
Let's
I don't
table
know.
till next week. We'll research it in
Yeah.
between episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But thanks for your valiant effort, Ryan. Oh. There he is with that mouth open again.
Phrasing.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and get into scene 1. A sultry, sexy Gambit stealthily makes his way through the woods on his way to a forlorn manor. He jumps the wrought iron fence and infiltrates the premises. Gambit uses the power of a smiley face to break through a window. He uses spray to see lasers on the ground. Gambit uses a pulley system to circumvent the lasers. Upstairs, Angel awakens. Warren comes down to investigate, and Gambit explodies the wing of the manor. Wing. Get it? Wing. Gambit makes his escape. Outside, he meets up with Mesmero and hands him the stone stolen from Warren. A shirtless Warren tries to attack, but Mesmero easily dispatches him.
Angel still lay motionless at Mesmero as Mesmero watches. The wrought iron fences start to move on its own. The fence crashes down around Mesmero, trapping him. Enter Magneto. See, mad Mesmero Mesmero used Gambit as his pawn to steal. Mesmero tries to affect Magneto with his power, but to no avail. Mesmero preps Gambit to attack. Nito traps Mesmero even further and demands him for him to free Gambit. Mesmero complies. Nito takes the stone and leaves Gambit and Mesmero in his tow. Angel awakens in time to see them all leaving.
What a freaking beginning to the episode. Like, this is
Okay.
crazy.
It was
Like,
so extra, especially like Gambit doing the smiley face.
Yeah.
It's like he's mind controlled, but he's still going for that extra flourish.
I was
Uh-huh.
thinking that too. Yeah, he had no reason to have personality, but he still did because that's how personality he has.
It just seeps on through. It's like it's lingering to come out.
And it really just brings us back to what we were talking about in the past few episodes about that there are characters and stories that we haven't touched upon that have been hinted upon, and now they're coming to fruition. Like
Yes.
this one about Namor from Atlantis.
Shut up. I'm going to beat you up. He's not
It's
the
still
ancient
him, I
mutant,
give it
Ryan. Although I would love that because a man in his undies with wings on his feet, like I would suck on those wings. I would, yeah.
But do you find that erotic or annoying, I wonder?
I know.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering the same. I was like, I'm kind of into this, or apparently Sean has
Yeah,
already
it's
done
like,
it once or
it tickles,
twice.
get off. Feel like a Jane.
He was ready for this. At this point, the like paint on the wings have already faded off.
Sean has
feather.
lead poisoning because of sucking paint off.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Namor?
4.
Sue
one,
Storm knows.
2.
Yes, she does.
All right. Back at the manor, the X-Team are balls deep in one of my favorite things in one of their baseball matches.
Is this the first time we've gotten one of those in the shows? They never did in the old cartoon.
Yeah, because they've done lots of
yeah.
other sports. We've had basketball, we've had football, but I think this is the first baseball.
That's right, because the animated series did basketball a few times, but yeah, they never did the baseball.
Hey, baseball is more to the comics, to be honest. They play that a lot more than
Yeah.
basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they're having baseball match, having a fun little game. Iceman gets mad that Gina's using her powers. Iceman ices up the bat and hits a not quite home run. Kitty uses her power to phase through multiple. Actually, she phases through the ground, right, and into the base, right?
Oh no,
does
she
do that
phases through
later,
him
too.
first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, that's right. And then from there, insanity ensues. Everyone starts using their power. They're like mutant ball, whatever they call it.
And Beast wants none of it.
Yeah, right?
It's like, ugh. They play and have fun until Angel's in the outfield comes in the bad outfit and intervenes. He demands.
I
to
see what you
speak
did
to
there.
Xavier. Yeah, right. I just added it. It came to mind.
Yeah. I know. I was like, wait, did I write that? I don't think so.
I'm just so clever.
You are.
So Angel comes and he demands to speak to Xavier immediately.
And yeah. Nice. And Ryan, you called it out, but in my note, I said we get to see the X-Men baseball match. So prevalent in the comics. Yeah, so this was another fun part.
Mm-hmm.
It was super good. And also, I love again, like how I mentioned it before, but the callbacks. Like, you don't ever see that in a children's show where, like, things are going to be called back from, like, previous episodes and stuff like that. And this is, unfortunately, a children's show.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be made for children on the Kids WB. Yeah.
And here we are, grown men talking about it.
And I've got notes.
Yep.
I will always vouch for my cartoon.
We have dissected this beyond what they planned.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We refuse to grow up, and we're more interesting because of it.
years in the future, and we still have things we want to talk about in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note,
Days of fuchsia past.
fuchsia.
Reference.
Magneto returns to his lair and demands updates from Mastermind. Mastermind reports in that there's a second half of the spider stolen from Warren, and it's located in London. Nito demands for more info. Mastermind uses his power to infiltrate Mesmero's mind. Mastermind is able to find that the stone is meant to open the prison that is Namor resides in, and is also known as Namor.
You're off the pod. You're off the pod.
It's like, obviously lying.
Obviously lying. All right. Back at the manor, Warren tells Xavier, stop, I'm trying to read. He tells Xavier, stop. He tells Xavier everything he just witnessed. Xavier's able to locate Mesmero's file. Kitty and Magma spy on the hot new angel from the doorway. Iceman scares them off and begins to spy on Warren.
Yeah, he seemed a little too interested in Warren
A
himself.
crush over here? Oh.
Yeah. And we know in the
what you come out of
comics
that pool majestically.
yeah, we know that
Spying
he
on the new
crushed
guy.
on Warren first.
Yeah, he's calling dibs. That's what he was doing.
That's what he was doing. Xavier admits that they had dealt with Mesmero before. Xavier gives us a quick update on the rings previously stolen by Jean. Xavier locates the second half of the stone in a London museum. The team prep to go after it. Bobby begs to come along, but they tell him no. Sorry, Namor's just all over me right now.
Oh, I just...
No means no anymore. No means no.
Pop the
Nah, but
bubbles.
Sean,
with your little hands.
Nah, no. More.
And I'm Bernice. That's what it reminds me of.
Great, that's gonna be in my head now. Okay. Meanwhile, back at Nito's lair, Nito is mad that Mesmero seems to have escaped, and we don't see how he did it. He just randomly disappeared.
Yeah.
Who left the door open? He got away with the stone and all. Mastermind reminds Nito about the catastrophe that will ensure if the stone is reunited. Nito and Mastermind prep to go to London to stop Mesmero.
Yeah.
Seriously though, how did he escape?
I know. I wish they would have shown, like, I would have bought it if he, like, took control of Mastermind, like, mesmerized him and Mastermind set him free, but we didn't get anything.
Yeah, we don't even get that. He was just like, oh, he's gone. Oopsie.
Whoopsie daisy. Left him alone.
What
and
do you
he's
mean you
gone.
didn't lock his... What do you mean you didn't lock the door?
Yeah.
It's a 24-minute episode, guys. We got to give them some time, all right? We got to give them some
but come on,
leeway.
just imagine the front door is just like an old, rusty, like swing door from an old farmhouse or something.
He's like, yoink, here I go.
Yoink.
All right. Back at the manor, it is nighttime. Kurt wakes up Rogue to offer enchiladas made by him and Kitty. Oh, Kitty was involved. I don't know about
Oh
that.
no!
I know.
Is she worse
I'm
or
scared.
better of a cook than Jean, though, in 97?
Gene was a
I
good
feel
cook in
like
97, though.
Yeah. And I
Was
feel
she?
like Kitty is just
that-
notoriously bad.
Well, I think that Gambit was a better cook, though, in 97.
And that's what our voters said, too.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Well, Jean will have home cooked meals, where Gambit will give you the spice, but Kitty will just give you rocks. So-
Or flour muffins. Or
Flour
leaf
muffins.
muffins, sorry.
Anyway, Rogue wonders where Logan and Storm are. Kurt tells her they are hunting down their loving mother, Mystique. Kurt suddenly feels very protective of his recovering stepsister. Rogue isn't having it. She's like, "Well, you were birthed. I was just adopted by her." And Kurt tells her, I know, it's like, man, dang,
So
yeah.
angsty.
Yep.
Yeah, so real. He's like, "Yeah, do you see my makeup? I'm angsty." Kurt tells her she is still his sister and he will always be there for her. Kurt points out to
Aw.
make an anchovy jalapeno pizza with Kitty. No.
Ugh.
That's a hate crime.
All alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me my pineapples, damn it.
Mm.
All alone, Rogue smiles at the thought of having a brother.
Aw.
I'm really happy about it, but I'm not gonna let them know.
Right.
Don't let them see.
I listen to My Chemical Romance. I can't have emotions.
Also, Sexy Aces, just so that you know, we didn't have pineapple and ham pizza on this Vegas trip. They actually allowed sausage and pepperoni, so thankfully.
I know. We allowed Alan to order, and he got cheese pizza and what was the other one?
It was supposed to be mushroom, but then they sent him.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be cheese and mushroom, and then I think it was pepperoni and
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
But it was still delicious.
Well, there's always Minnesota.
Yeah, we gotta personalize it. White Alfredo sauce, pineapple, and grilled chicken. That's the way to go.
And a
That's the Minnesota
personalized
pizza?
a personalized 10-inch for my friend Kevin that wants that.
And he'll have the pizza too.
I'm not that big. Just close.
Oh my!
All right.
Oh my.
All right.
Where are we?
We're at me. Meanwhile,
You.
at a London museum, the X-Copter flies by overhead. It lands on a parking garage. Beast, Cyclops, Jean, Angel, and Iceman. What?
Gasp!
The original X-Men?
Gasp!
What? The original
Look at those names together.
Finally? Prep to go search the museum. Iceman is surprised that Xavier knew he was there all along. Really, bitch? Really?
Right.
Xavier is way more lenient than you'd think would be.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, why do you think Xavier allowed Iceman to go on this trip with them? Because obviously he knew he was there.
Because he wanted to do a reveal. It's like, when the time is right, I'm like, ha! And OG X-Men.
Xavier is such a dramatic man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, in another universe, you were my original 5, actually.
Yes, I have a soft spot for these guys.
That's right.
What I think it is that Xavier literally. I think this is Xavier's like test to Iceman to be like, can you replace Spike? Can you be the other guy on the team? Like, are you willing enough to like do what needs to be done? And I think that's what it was through this entire challenge. Like, to be like, can we give you a name in the intro?
That's
Did he
a
ever
really
get
good
one,
point.
though?
I like that. Did he? Does he?
I don't think they put Iceman in the opening credits at any point.
I don't think
Ever.
Lame.
Poor
Even though he
Iceman.
Brian
deserved
got
it
me all
after
excited.
he deserved it after season 3 and beyond. He deserved it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. I like your reasoning. You don't always say things that are smart, but when you do, boy, are they smart.
Once in a while.
Like I'm one to talk. All right.
You say a lot of things smart. Don't say that.
Elsewhere in the museum, Magneto, Sabretooth, Pyro, Gambit, and Colossus make their entrance. They're a little less subtle. Right after Ryan says I'm smart, I pronounce subtle. They trigger the alarm system. The guards are lazy, though, and Gambit easily dispatches the first one. The others are picked off by Pyro and Colossus. And I'm still like, I still stare at Colossus like, is this really your outfit in the show? You have your little like Speedo on, your legs are just out. I'm like, I'm living for it, but I'm just surprised.
Magneto recruited him from Folsom Street Fair.
I would believe it.
Yeah.
He was leg day
He'd
the
make a
day
killing
before,
there.
all right? Let him show his quads off. Or,
wants to show
He's
let him
very
show-
proud.
Yeah, Jesus. Wow, Sean. Hating against the leg love.
These are my legs.
Funny
Like
considering his love of
Colossus.
Namor and his Speedo.
Yeah.
But he has a reason for it. He swims.
And Colossus lifts.
Okay, fine.
Outside, the X-Men find the doors that Nito busted in through. Iceman and Beast team up. Upstairs, Nito follows Mastermind as he sneaks a boot. A boot?
Yeah.
Looking for the other's
Yeah.
half of the stone. Nito brings an elevator along. Okay. Big flex. Sabretooth happens upon Jean and Angel. They engage him in combat. Iceman and Beast join in, followed by Cyclops. Colossus, Pyro, and Gambit come to Sabretooth's aid. Aw, teamwork.
Yay.
I feel like our guests always bring like the best reading voices. Like I already offered to have Colby like fly out and read me to sleep. Like I think I'm gonna make you the same offer. Like if you can just read me Lord of the Rings every night, that would be excellent. And you're already in LA with me, so you don't have to travel far.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just invite me over. I'll bring my copies.
Okay, cool.
If I could have someone read to me X-Men comics as I go to sleep, that would like literally be like the best like white noise in the
Story
world.
time.
Like
Right?
this might actually be an app that we might need to patent, like, and contact Marvel, like, being like, let's do this. Have people read comics as you fall
Thanks,
asleep
but would it put
instead
you to
of white
sleep
noise.
though?
What?
Would it put you to sleep though? Because then you'd be like, oh, I want more.
As long as they start off with like the first few eras, it will be fine. But then like moving on, yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
imagining them hiring like the X-Men voice actors and having like Lenore Zan read
Oh.
you to sleep in Rogue's voice.
As you're going to sleep, there's suddenly this bird call.
A bird scream. Yeah. Like I'm awake.
Her scream is how you wake up in the morning. That's her alarm.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite Rogue moment from the '97s? Or sorry, from the '92 AM?
God, there's so many, but honestly, I think the what was the one where she's like envisioning Miss Marvel everywhere? What was the name of that one?
Oh my! That's my favorite. I love when she like flies through. I told the guys that whenever I like do a super stretch or whatever, I feel like I'm flying through the mansion like Rogue, like doing like one of these like.
But
oh,
yeah, but
I know
that's one of my
exactly what you're talking about.
that's one of my favorites, and also I think it's the one that gave Lenore the most amount of screams.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Every
She
5
had to
seconds,
drink
like,
some tea after that.
I think the second most was when Xavier went bad during Dark Phoenix when she did the most screams in an episode.
oh yeah, when he was wearing his dramatic cape.
I love that. They need to make that a
That's how we
Marvel
knew he was
Legend.
bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm evil, so I need a cape so I can do a flourish.
All he needed was the mustache, so we knew he was evil for sure.
If he
It was probably
did,
like in the original draft, and they're like, maybe that's too much.
Yeah.
the
Now
Blue
he's just
Balls were
Mr.
like, no,
Sinister.
too much, too much.
I'm still playing with Namor, by the way. I should never.
We know, we know.
Or is
That's
he
a
playing
given,
with you?
buddy. That's a given.
Both. If everything goes right, both.
Oh my.
Oh my.
All right. Are we on 11?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got off track.
Upstairs, Nito uses the elevator to trap Mesmero. They fight downstairs. Oh no, the fight downstairs. It was right the first time. The fight downstairs continues. The teams are pretty evenly matched. Jean and Beast make their own fastball special, with Jean telekinetically throwing Beast at saves. Pyro makes a flamer version of Angel. Iceman uses his power to easily dispatch Pyro. Mesmero narrowly escapes Nito until Nito catches up with him. Nito tries to use his power to grab the stone halves, but they start moving on their own and reunite.
Gasp! So put that in your back pocket. Jean and Beast had their own little combo. I wonder if that will come up later in this episode. Winky face. It will.
We've heard rumors from you, Sean. We don't know if that will happen.
Whatever, Namor.
Do a roll.
All right.
Beast.
So, as Namor sleeks through Atlantis. No.
That's not what it says.
I didn't write that.
Namor hijacked this guy.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'd say Namor has hijacked this podcast.
Yes, he has. Well, look at the man. Do you blame him?
Well, Sean constantly keeps on thinking that because there's an ancient, he's never seen the show before. So Sean constantly thinks that this ancient mutant, or whatever they call it, is going to be Apocalypse. I'm like, how many ancient mutants do we know about? Namor, Salim, this Apocalypse that you speak of, like
I did an apocalypse in the toilet today.
Like I have no idea what you're talking about. Like mutants have been around forever. There's so many ancient mutants. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shut up.
The stone emits a strong power that knocks Nito back. The power takes shape of a spectral spider. Nito tries to vein to stop it, but it simply snithers about. Mesmero breaks free Mesmero breaks free of the elevator and laughs at Nito as he crashes the spider.
Chases.
What?
Chases the spider.
I'm so sorry. Chases the spider. The spider blasts the hole through the side of the museum, and
okay.
When I wrote that, I was like, Kevin's gonna get naughty right here. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. Blast the hole.
Blast a hole.
All right, hold on. Let me say it one more time, and then you can say it. The spider blasts a hole through the side of the museum.
Blast a hole.
And escapes. Outside, Xavier watches as it sleeks about. He looks up to see Magneto standing in the hole.
Giggity.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Right.
I was waiting for so much more.
Oh, sorry. I wonder how many times, we know these two men were fucking. Who was the top? I think Magneto was the top.
Yeah, that's why Xavier can't walk.
I was trying not to go there. Kevin, you're so bad.
We were all thinking it.
Oh my god, Magneto's got that big paralyzing bitches. Yeah.
Yeah, the reason Xavier can't walk is when they broke up, they had one last hate session together.
Oh, shit.
Xavier's like, my hip!
And yet, to this day, Xavier just says, worth it.
Yeah. I'm going gotta move on before we get canceled. Magneto rallies his troops to stop the spider. Xavier tries to stop Nito. Nito decides he must stop the spider and ignores Xavier. Wow, I just said the same things like over and over. The X-Men join back up with Xavier. He tells them they have to capture the spider and protect it. The spider may have the answers they need. The X-Men join in on the chasse.
So I'm pretty sure that this whole Xavier says one thing, Magneto ignores it is why they broke up.
Yep, exactly. That's a very good point.
We just got a microcosm of their entire relationship.
You're not listening.
And we're
I
done.
have these
Our
friends
couples therapist said,
yeah, it reminds me of my friends Laura and Jessica, because Jessica would always say no to Laura, like where to eat, and she's like, oh, no matter what she says, I'm always going to say no to the first two things she say, and I feel like that's Magneto. Magneto would be that bitchy.
Colossus chases after the spectral spider, breaking through every single unnecessary wall he can unnecessarily. Seriously, there's already a hole there, Peter. He catches up with the spider, it grabs him with the tentacle and drains him. Oh my. And throws him away like a rag doll.
Love a good training.
Yeah, it sounds like my last week.
Good for you, sir. Good for you.
Thank you. Sabretooth is next to attack. The spectral spider easily dispatches him. Pyro attacks next. The spider burrows underground. Gambit watches it make its way towards the river.
Whew. Did you guys notice these walls were literally like, there's no point to them. They were literally just a square wall, and there was a row of them just so that he could run through them.
Yeah.
It was like a parkour studio or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Meanwhile, Mesmero clandestines and slithers away from the museum. He encounters Xavier. Xavier demands answers and attacks Mesmero's mind. When Xavier opens his eyes, Mesmero is gone. Xavier is left with only one word. Apocalypse!
Namor. Oh.
Namor!
Yeah, I was going to say, you pronounced Namor incorrectly. It's with a Namor, not apocalypse. Yeah.
Okay, now I just want Apocalypse to show up wearing Namor shorts.
Oh, I love that. Get it, Daddy.
And he's got the little like the little wings on his heels too. Nice little combo, make everybody happy.
I wouldn't be upset about that, to be honest. I'm imagining it in my head now, like Apocalypse and like the little booty shorts with the little wings. Like, no, it wouldn't be horrible. No.
He had a one-night stand with Namor and stole his shorts because he had nothing else to wear.
He'll still have the deep voice from the
Yeah.
He'll still have the deep voice from like the X-Men cartoon, but he's got like a Latino accent now.
The blasphemers.
El blasphemers.
Yours will smell much better, yes.
It's hard to do, though.
It is. It gets you in the back.
Yeah.
No one's going to pick up on that one?
I'm just like making faces like, interesting.
You ever heard about getting back of the throat, guys? You know? No?
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it sounds bad.
Yeah.
Or good, depending on what you...
I was just saying, you don't know what I'm saying. That sounds pretty good to me, yeah. I think it's you, Kev.
Me?
You right.
I know, it's Ryan.
Oh,
yeah, you.
Kev just what? Sorry. Oopsie. All right, Kev, or Sean, do you want to read this?
No, I'm behaving today.
All right. The spectral spider shoots
The spectral
out.
spider shoots. Oh.
into the river and starts swimming across it. All right, he's not repeating it. Angel follows from above. Jean uses her powers
Jean
to
uses
pull...
her power to pull the...
Just finish it, you bitch.
Jean uses her power to pull the spider from the water. It shoots out a blast of energy, knocking Jean down. Cyclops shoots at the retreating spider to no avail. Iceman uses his power to make a bridge across the river, and the team follows. The spider makes its way through the streets of London. Gambit drives the night bus at the spider and crashes it into the thing. He blows the bus up, but it doesn't stop the spider. What, Kevin? Say it.
During the ice bridge moment, I just loved Cyclops' smile. He's like, this is so fun. He was really enjoying it too much.
I love that.
He has very few things that make him happy like this.
Yeah, he's like, oh my gosh, we need to party with Iceman more often.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying.
We all do,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, so that made me happy.
Quick side note. Did you guys notice how much Iceman did like pole dancing spins down his ice sphere earlier?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
All the
is
signs
Xavier
are there.
teaching pole dancing? Just
Yeah. That's
please.
funny.
I bet Wolverine teaches the class. There's that one clip of him like spinning down the pole.
I just
And
got
then
a picture
Iceman
of
blows
Wolverine
on the
like sitting
pole.
back in the chair and pulling the glitter.
Yeah. With lipstick and a wig on for some reason. I don't know.
You're weird. That's too far, Kevin. You're kinky. You're dirty.
I mean, isn't that what they did with Magneto and Xavier in First Class? They had the deleted scene where they're like
They did. They did. You're right. There is a first class for the like, and now you're in. I don't know whoever did it, but someone was like, "Oh, I think it was Emma Frost," being like, "And you're both in women's drag," and they were both in like drag at that point.
Oh no, it was Xavier did to Magneto when they met Angel.
Yes. Yes.
Because they were at the strip club.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yes.
That's amazing. All right. Speaking of, Xavier and the X-Men and Magneto and the Acolytes converge on the spider. Magneto begins using his power to contain the spider. Xavier tells him to stop. Magneto doesn't listen, which is also why they broke up. He traps the spider back in the stone. Xavier tells him that it was a trap. It's a trap laid by Mesmero. He knew Magneto would attempt to trap the spider. The spider was the guardian of the stone, and if defeated, it would unlock the second of 3 keys. You done it, Nito.
To unleash Namor.
To unleash Namor.
But I thought we agreed it was Apocalypse and Namor's booty shorts.
Yes.
But Namor's going to get released first, then Apocalypse has to kill him, gain the booty shorts, and then he is the supreme Apocalypse.
So basically the booty shorts are like the elder one or something like that?
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they contain the elder
one.
one.
The traveling booty shorts.
But who's one is more elder?
That was good, sir. 5 points to you today. 5 points.
Yay, Hufflepuff gets points.
Woohoo!
Oh, wait, you're a Hufflepuff? Never mind.
Get out!
I love my Hufflepuffs.
Yes.
In the snowy mountainside, a second door lights up and then opens. Ominous.
Yay.
And one more step toward Namor.
Yep, one
Thank
more
you.
step to Namor.
Oh my god. Sir?
I did that just to make you happy.
Sir?
Yep, you've been converted.
Where's my phone? We're becoming friends right now.
All right, cool. So that takes us through our episode. So now let's give our thoughts. So what did you think of the episode and rate it? Is it Britishly bitchin' like Emma? Pretty cool like Iceman? Australian Wolverine, you kind of love it, but kind of hate it. Fat and sweaty like Jubilee are unspeakable like X-Men Origins Deadpool. AM, do you want to go first? Do you want to kick us off?
I'm gonna go with pretty cool like Iceman. I really like the
Okay.
episode, but I do kind of feel like for getting the original 5 X-Men together, they didn't do as much to develop their relationships, I guess. Like Iceman kind of, or not Iceman, Angel kind of felt superfluous. He didn't really
True.
add too much beyond, look over here. And, I kind of felt like if you're getting the original 5 together, we really need to see their dynamics, like different pairings and personalities.
That's very valid. Yeah, there could have been some really cool scenes of them doing some of the stuff they do in like the comic book covers, like Angel throwing Beast and stuff like that. So you're right. That could have been really cool.
Yeah. And also, it's just like I kind of feel like Angel could have actually like bonded with more of the team. Because did he really talk to anybody after the mansion?
No,
Not really.
after this episode, he doesn't. He wanted to be dislocated. He didn't want to be part of this. Like, they actually contacted him, being like, "Do you want to be it?" And he was like, "Meh."
And that's how he was this entire series. That's kind of like his persona in the series. He's just like, I'm a loner.
But we do like his.
Yeah, they always do that to him.
We like his outfit, though.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Great costume. You don't like it?
I don't like the colors. I like the outfit fine, but I wish it was like maybe blue and yellow, like his crazy colored one. I don't know. I just don't like the red and black.
But remember what
I
I
don't know. I
said,
like the
though,
sleekness of it.
Yeah, he's got to be more sleek. Like, that blends in more with skyscrapers and stuff like that where he's flying around, so.
I mean,
Would you
granted,
say
I wouldn't have
skyscrapers
minded
and
if they had
what?
made it like.
Kev?
I wouldn't have minded if they had made it like white and red, like his
Yes.
comic book look. But
Yeah.
I didn't hate the black.
Yeah.
I just said he's
Yes,
Batman.
white and red would have been good.
I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Batman.
Batman. Who wants to go next?
All right,
I'll go.
Yes.
I also gave it pretty cool like Iceman. I really liked your points though, AM. I didn't think about that, but I gave it pretty cool for the reason I felt like we were coming to this really cool headway of they set up this whole Angel thinks it's Magneto, so now Xavier thinks it's Magneto who's doing all this stuff, and they go to confront Magneto. And I thought there's going to be almost like a 3-way kind of battle going on between Mesmero, Magneto, and Xavier, and it never really went there. They just kind of fought a little bit, and we're all like, oh, wait, it's that guy. And they all just teamed up. So I would have liked to see a little more like stress there, a little more of them realizing together, like, oh, wait, we need to team up. So that was my reasoning.
Go ahead, Kev.
Ryan. Kevin.
Okay.
Flip a coin.
Right, I know, it's crazy. This episode does a lot of really good things. It has a really nice initial setup, and the baseball scene is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I gave it a pretty cool. Also, it does get to feature Iceman pretty heavily, which is nice. He gets to be with the groupies again, and do more stuff, and be a part of the team, not just a troublemaker. So that alone makes it feel like it has to be in his domain. But I do agree that it's like missing something. Like it seems like a little fast, and there's not enough of what you want. And it's definitely a transitional kind of episode.
I almost feel like this could have been like a 2-parter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it is good. It's just not as high as it could be. So yeah.
Okay. Fair. Well, nobody's left. Let's go ahead and move on to our next.
I believe you
Right,
haven't
right.
asked Namor's opinion.
Namor's busy. He has to wipe his mouth.
Oh.
Good
You
for
wouldn't
you,
think a
Namor.
king would be doing
Gotta
that,
get that
but-
protein. Yeah, gotta get that protein, Namor. Good for you.
Also, it's kind of sad for me because his mouth is only that big.
Oh. Very small licks.
You work with what you got, I guess.
Namor's gonna be killed. You're gonna kill Namor with that penis. Just so you know.
But he'll die with a
Like
smile
jaw
on his
will be
face.
like dislocated. Like that's
Would
not
that
even
be
a
an act of
Marvel
war
Legend,
against
dude. That's like
Atlantis?
a 12. That's like a 16-incher, like right there, action figure. So it's a little bit bigger, but still not. Good for you, sir. Still not big enough.
What are you doing? What
I
is
don't know why
happening?
Marvel won't sponsor us. Ryan, give us your opinion.
Oh, me? No. Who, me? Yeah. All right. Pretty cool, like Iceman too. Honestly, I was actually going to give this a bitchin' until you all talked me down. I just really liked this episode. I thought it was cool. You had a lot of callbacks. It was I don't know. It was a good filler for me. That's what it was.
Mhm.
And God knows I love a good
Winky,
filler.
winky. Yep, there it is. There it is.
Don't we all?
Yep. All right.
Side note, I
and
do
then-
like how extra all the characters were in this episode. Colossus with the
Yes.
walls, Magneto with the
Yeah.
elevator.
I love the elevator. He
They
just drags
know-
an elevator along just for fuck's sake. There's
I
no
will-
other
I-
metal in
yeah,
this
just
whole
for just be
building.
like, yes.
Like, with how much
X-Men
metal is in
Evolution-
this building, that seems a bit extra, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they continuously excel at their little action scenes and sequences. They're great.
Their action scenes are getting a lot better too. I also feel like at the beginning of the series they weren't able to like show a lot of actual contact. Like if you look at this, like you don't see a lot of contact through like children's episodes. It's like right before like
Yeah.
actually something hits or does something, you don't see it. But with this, actually, you see like a lot of like people like getting hurt and stuff like that. So I don't know if this was elevated to like a new, or maybe like the new ratings for like teen shows or something like that. You know what I mean? But like it
I-
seemed like this season elevated like more aggression.
I feel like standards and practices kind of was easing off a little bit around this point. So
Yeah.
they were allowing for a bit more complex adult storytelling and on-screen violence.
True. That's a good point. Yeah, and we're noticing
Well, yeah.
and we're
I
enjoying.
mean, also, if you think about it, though,
Oh, yeah.
like this was the time that like there were all the slasher movies, so we were seeing girls getting gutted and being horrible for a while. So this is maybe like they're like, hey, let's teeter what we can do or not, and see what actually.
Baby's first violence.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God! You guys remember when she scalped that girl?
I know. I still remember my sister was, I think, 6, and she watched Scream in movie theaters with us, sitting on my mom's lap. Baby's
God.
first horror film. Hey, she loved it.
And does she watch every Scream now? I bet she's super excited that Nev is Polaris.
Yeah. And I still make fun of her because the one time she jumped in a Scream film was Scream 3, which is like one of the best sequels, wouldn't we all agree? And she jumped when the
Absolutely.
credits came up and it made a loud noise. She went, ah! I was like, really, Jenny? Oh, good. Ryan finally left. Now we can have fun. All right. So, MXP.
Are we done talking about Scream 3?
Yes. All right, MXP. So I gave it to actually Professor X. I never thought I'd say this, but the fact that he let Iceman come along, and I liked AM's reasoning for it, but also he's the only one who saw through Mesmero's plot. And was like, wait, Eric, like, listen to me for once. Like, take your dick out of my mouth and listen to me. This is a fucking trap, you idiot. So he was the winner for me.
Twinsies, that's what I said too. I said Professor Xavier, and
Wow.
it's so rare, but he was really on it. He's like, don't destroy that thing. We don't know much about it. Don't destroy it. Oh, I read this guy's mind. I know what it is. You idiot. Like,
Yep.
So yeah, he was really, and he wasn't an assholery as much this episode. He was actually more lenient and letting Bobby come along, and yeah, I was really impressed with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Xavier was, much better in this episode than he sometimes is. But for me personally, I'm going to go with Iceman. He actually proved himself useful for all this. You know,
All
it's
that
like
pole
he took out
dancing.
a pyro. He was their transportation. So it's like he
True.
earned his spot.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I loved what was in Pyro said. He was like, "It's gone down under." That made me laugh.
You know, the writers were so excited about that line.
I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, I see you.
Even though they stole it from Pride of the X-Men. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, but but they had a Australian Wolverine, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Kind of love it, kind of hate it.
Kind of love it, kind of hate it. Yeah.
Yep.
I chose actually Iceman too. Just because this was Xavier's, I think, like I said, it was like his, like, are you sure you can hang with the big boys? Like, doing all this. And he totally proved himself. Like, he should have actually been, I'm not saying that he should have replaced Spike by any means, but he should have been an additional character in season 1.
Yeah, you're right.
Agreed.
Yeah. Spike still should
Especially
have
with
been
the
there.
popularity of the movies.
Yeah.
And I think that that's where, like, how much Iceman's popularity has grown throughout the movies. You know what I mean? Like, X-Men 1, he made an ice flower. X-Men 2, he had this amazing, like, storyline. X-Men 3, he became Iceman. Like, it was awesome. And then, what was it? Apocalypse, he made something
Wasn't around.
visual that we
Yeah, he
wanted to
wasn't in
see
Apocalypse.
for the... Days of Future Past.
Yeah, there you
Days of
go.
Future Past. Like, he made something be visual that we've all imagined for our entire lives. The actual ice slide. Like, that was so cool. Like, none of us have ever seen that actually done.
Yeah. I know. In my mind, you can do so many cool visuals with Iceman, and I really hope Marvel goes there because Fox did an okay job. They did a really good job with him, like you said, in Days of Future Past. We got to finally see the ice slide, but just the idea of how much more you can do with him, I really hope they treat him right. Treat our man right.
Especially with like his Omega level powers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
See, like,
You know,
and I
having
feel
the
like...
shatter and
ice people.
reform himself.
I'm
Yep.
sorry, but I might be calling out Marvel writers right now, but I feel like Iceman's gonna die in the first X-Men movie or something. Like, and if not in the first, in the whatever X-Men movie they do. But he's gonna be back in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, he'll be, because they'll realize what his powers actually are, and he'll recreate himself. And that'll be like the secret ending scene or something like that. You know, like him sacrificing himself or something like that. I take that back. Jean will probably be that person. So, but whatever. You know, Iceman could still.
It's a
Yeah.
Tuesday. Gene has to die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They still
Are
set
you a Buffy
a place
fan?
at the table for
Hey,
her.
are you a Buffy
Yes.
fan? I knew it. Just
Yes.
because it's a Tuesday.
It must be Tuesday. Don's been kidnapped.
I knew it. I knew I liked you.
Mhm. We're all Buffyers here. We all just love Buffy and have watched Buffy, and we love Buffy. Oh,
Are you
like Charms
excited
too.
about the new Slayer, Chosen?
I am excited. I can't wait to see what they're doing with it, but I want to figure out where it fits in after the end of series.
It's apparently,
True.
they said it's going to be several years past, if not the correct amount of years past Sunnydale, because apparently there's a new Sunnydale. And
Because that's
where,
smart. Let's rebuild over that hellhole.
yeah, exactly. So apparently there's a new Sunnydale, and that's where Ryan lives, the new Slayer. Yeah.
I'm like, you?
All right.
I know. I
That's
know.
where Ryan
All
lives.
She's named after me.
All right. Let's talk X Factor. Back to business.
Sorry,
X Factor. So that's okay. Thing that highlights the greater X-Men universe, our just favorite part. I said, obviously, the baseball game. Like, AM called it out in the beginning. This is the first time in the media we get to see the baseball game, which was so cool.
Yeah, it's like it was. I mean, we see it every few years. The baseball diamond and them either like playing legitimately or abusing their powers, and
Yep.
it's like nice to finally see that represented in or in like different media.
Mm-hmm. Kevin.
Okay. Even though it could have been utilized better, I think it's still a really cool Easter egg to have the OG5 together. I think that's what it was supposed to be more than anything. Just be like, if you know, you know. Because they don't make a big deal out of it. It's just kind of a fun little, like, ooh, winky face at everybody. And so
Mhm.
that's my X Factor.
Cool. Ryan.
All right. I remember actually watching this episode with a bunch of friends of mine in like after college, and I don't remember seeing the actual episode aired on real time, obviously from my stuff before, but I remember watching it and just being like, "Holy shit, you guys! It's the original five. Like that's what it is. It's the original five. Like I can't believe it." And I didn't say anything to anyone. And like the episode finished, and everyone was like, I mean, it was cool. Like, can you play the next one though? It seems like it's gonna like. I was like, do you not understand what just happened? Like, we actually got to see the original five X Men
Yeah.
in this series. Like, they totally did this
Yeah.
to like the comic book fans, and they're all like, but isn't Namor gonna be shown later? Like,
And they had that really cool shot where they're like all in the lineup. Like, like that
yes.
was so fun.
When
That
they
was,
all
like,
yes. Oh,
geek.
and what didn't Iceman even ice slide up to it too? Like it was
Yeah.
just it was perfect.
I'm back.
Like
You're back.
I love that we got to see the original five all there and everything. It was just that was my X Factor, like, and I love that I called it out with my friends and they didn't. And I literally had to bitch slap them for it. So yeah,
See?
Deserved.
literally. No.
And I remember when the First Class movie came out, I was like, it's a okay movie, but why do they have to call it First Class? Because I was not expecting what they were selling.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I'm
Where's the
usually-
actual
mixed
First Class?
feelings.
I'm usually
Yeah.
huge on like looking at previews, all that stuff, and I remember it was like the first trailer that was released of First Class, and I was like, as soon as it released, I was like, what is everything? Like, I had to like find out everything. I don't know what I just did to my screen. Sorry, guys, but yeah, like I had to
Technology
like find
issues.
everything out, and I was all like, January Jones is Emma Frost. We'll see.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what the MCU does. No.
Yeah. All right. So
Hopefully, it won't be as
I
complicated as
know
the originals were.
they
I
apparently
see what
grow
you
like
did
10
there,
years between
Am.
each
I see what
movie.
you did there.
All right. So I told you to put it in your back pocket. This week's question is previously on. What would a Gene Beast combo be called? Would it be a brain and brawn? Would it be a suck and blow? A train of thought? Or a mind blast special?
Oh my goodness.
You know I'm trying to think of something like cheeky, you know, instead of it.
You don't like my options?
I do. Did you say Fur Mind Special?
Mind blast special.
Okay.
My favorite one is
The
Train
Beast
of Thought.
Wave.
I don't feel like
Beast
that offers enough of
Wave.
Beast.
Beast Wave.
Beast Wave.
Hairball special?
What is it? Impulse special?
Impulse special.
Hairball
Hairball
special. Oh, I
special.
like that one. I'm going to change Mind Blast to Hairball special.
I'm going with Hairball.
All right. Is that yours too, Kevin?
You're okay, baby.
What are the options again? Yeah.
Got a little something in the back of your throat.
Still from this weekend? No.
Is that going to be another case of the guest coming up with a better option than me and then winning?
You know it's going. You know it's gonna haunt you, Sean. I know. You know how the guest add-ins are.
It adds meaning to my life, though. Like, will I beat the guest? Will I do better than the guest? Like, it's the only thing that
It's a
keeps me
whole other
going.
game. Yeah.
All right, speaking of our guests, let's get into our Danger Room Diva.
Come on, Gambit, can't you make this program a little tougher?
Oh, it's no game, buddy. It's the danger room. It's where we train.
Danger Room Divas!
Simulation complete.
So, Ryan lost the last one, which
Fuck
means
you.
you do not get to choose. You do not get to choose who AM goes up against, but you are exempt from him choosing to go up against you. So it's
Who if
between
you
me and
wanted to
Kevin.
choose me?
Do you want him to want to choose you?
I want you to want me.
Maybe. No, no, I'm joking.
All
I'm
right, fine,
joking.
we'll put
You
you on
guys
the
go. You
table.
guys. No. You guys go. You guys go. You guys go.
All right. AM, who are you going up against?
Let's go against Kevin since I've known him the longest.
Okay. And do you want to be heroes or villains?
Let's do villains.
Oh.
Villains? Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's loud. Stop it.
Spin, spin, spin. Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn.
Tell us the lesson that we should
You
learn.
got Juggernaut,
Oh.
Okay.
who's technically not a villain anymore. But hey, if we didn't count everybody who's a hero now, we wouldn't have any
Give it a
villains.
year, they'll probably make him a villain again.
Or heroes, to be
Oh,
honest.
Kevin, you got one of the Summers brothers, Havoc.
Oh,
Okay.
his
So Havoc
favorite.
versus Juggernaut.
I love to see Kevin try and read what it says.
I'm like,
I know.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
You guys, I'm giving a presentation
right.
tomorrow, and I have really small numbers on my thing, and I'm actually giving the people that are presenting or like have to look at them on. I'm giving them the opera glasses actually to look at it like as like a
Nice.
humorous joke.
That's funny. That's fine. All right, boys. So this week, Kevin has Havoc, AM has Juggernaut, and you need to tell me who would be more likely to have 7 evil exes.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure that's a given.
Yeah. I feel like this is kind of a one-sided...
You have to use your imagination.
This is tough because he usually just has one boyfriend. But...
We've talked about that on this pod, actually. Your boyfriend, his boyfriend was actually one of our exposés.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yep.
All right. Well, with Juggernaut,
Oh.
I feel like he'd be the kind of guy who'd be like,
Oh,
yeah.
hold on. Let us time it. Let's time it.
Oh.
Right, and go.
All right. So Juggernaut just seems like the guy who would be a very hit it and quit it kind of partner, and probably would be driving his, girlfriends or boyfriends to be really pissed off. Because I feel like he's an aggressive yet sensual lover. So he really gets them drawn in, and they would all end up really pissed off because he would just go back to Black Tom.
What is that noise? Are you hearing that?
Did
What-
anyone
All
else?
right,
It was like farts in between. Like I didn't know.
What's going on? I did not hear that.
Your voice is playing this funny game where, like, half the time you're a demon, you're like, so I think the Juggernaut. It makes you, like, really deep. Like,
And then after you're done talking, you're
laughs,
like,
I'm like,
Okay, that's...
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't
it
just me.
added
It's
to
like,
it, though.
I'm sorry,
It
sound
was
like
sexy.
D'Onofrio and the Daredevil show. Vanessa!
I hope when you read One of the Rings to me at night, your voice does this. This is great.
But always when I'm reading for the...
Oh, you will be a re-welcome guest, sir, for sure.
Yeah.
With that voice, mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Uh,
All right, Kevin, 30 seconds. Why would Havoc have 7 evil X's? Ready, set, go.
All right, Havoc would have 7 evil X's because he's a pretty boy. People like him. People would be attracted to him, and he's already well on his way. He's had Polaris in Mutant X. He was dating Maddie, so he's got some evil blood ties, little romances happening. Yeah, and I think there's a little bit of bad boy in him too. He'll be a little narcissistic and a little full of himself, and he's like, look at me, love me, oh yes, let's be evil together. And then,
Time.
okay.
Naughty.
I just feel like anybody that Havoc dates will eventually become evil.
Right.
Yeah, because they were with Havoc, and he drives anyone crazy.
I mean, he's had 2 versions of Madeline
They just
Pryor,
can't
and
sleep.
both of them have gone evil.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Neither have been the.
All right.
I don't hate the new Maddie though. Like, she's going through some shit, and she has a whole new perspective but a whole new outlook on life. To be honest with you now,
Well, let's be honest. With Maddie,
I don't hate her now.
with Maddie, I never hated her. I always felt sympathy for her because she didn't deserve any of the shit she ended up going through. The only thing you really hate for her is the baby thing. My voice, it's still doing it, isn't it? It's still doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking myself off the headphone to see if that makes a difference.
All
Too
right.
funny.
So it only started doing it
Let me
since
switch.
you got kicked out and came back. I don't know why.
It won't let me switch.
Yeah,
Oh,
I will live with it. It's fine.
Well,
It's fine.
next week we'll be back with X23. But in the meantime, AM, can you tell us where people can find you and your Nightcrawler cosplay? And can you do it in a demon voice?
The demonic
Yeah,
voice
please.
of AM Diaz can be found at AM Diaz_arts on Instagram and AM Diaz art on Blue Sky on Twitter. Now feed me your souls. And I said souls, not holes.
I really hope this voice comes through in the final recording, or otherwise
Right.
people will just be like, "What are they laughing at?" All right, Kevin, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me at KJEEZY87 on Instagram, or follow the other.
I'm wearing
oh
pants.
my, crotch. No, follow the.
Wow, we didn't
other
pay for
podcasts
that.
we do.
Well, if you subscribe to my
Advertising.
Words of the Witches. Yeah,
All right,
and
Ryan, how
follow
about you?
our OnlyFans.
Oh,
both
sorry.
of our OnlyFans. There you go.
We're
There you
solving
go.
for X OnlyFans.
Yep. You
We
didn't
might
know.
as well. I mean, we've had enough guests that have had experience, so we might as well.
Well, now I'm afraid of what Mike and I did at your house.
Are you
No, I'm
really?
just- No. You guys can find me on
Cameras are everywhere.
Instagram at RYEORIO, or you guys can find me in the Solving for X comments.
Thanks for having me,
Thanks
guys.
for listening.
Yay.
Oh,
And
sorry.
you can find Solving. Yep, thank you. And you can find Solving for X on solvingforx.xmen.tas on Instagram and YouTube. And then you can find me, Shawnee Havoc, on all the things. I'm now on TikTok looking to try to buy a Labubu. I'm that person. Thanks for listening.
At least you have a Labubu and not a Fabubu.
Yep. Like someone I know.
It's time to
Awkward.
lie to Prince Abubu.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right. See you guys next
Bye.
episode. Bye.
Bye.